Welcome back, students. Today we are going to start fifth part of our chapter. In this part, we will discuss about liquid pressure. In the previous part of our video, we have seen various examples of pressure. Like when vegetables are cut with a knife, pressure is applied by the knife on the vegetables. Right? Here in this case, knife is a solid substance which exerts pressure on the vegetables. So we can conclude that solids exert pressure. Now, what about liquids? We know that liquids are kept in containers. Do liquids exert pressure? Yes, all liquids have weight. So when you pour a liquid into a vessel or container, the weight of the liquid exerts pressure on the base and walls of the container. The pressure on the base will be downward and on the walls, the pressure will be sidewards. Let's perform some activities to show you about liquid pressure. In first activity, we will see that liquids exert pressure on the base of the container. Now what you have to do, take a transparent glass tube, open at both ends. Okay. To one end of the tube, tie a rubber balloon with the help of a thread. Now, hold the tube in vertical position and pour some water into it. You observe that the rubber balloon bulges out. Now, pour more water in the tube. You see that the size of the bulge increases. So from this activity, we can say that liquid exerts pressure on the base of the container in which they are poured. Also, pressure exerted by a liquid at the bottom of the container is in the downward direction and depends on the height of its column. More is the height, more is the pressure, and vice versa. Now let's perform another activity to see that liquids exert pressure on the walls of the container. Take a transparent glass tube, open at one end, having a tap-like opening on its side. Look at the picture. This glass tube is having an opening on the right side. Now, tie a rubber balloon to the opening with the help of a thread. Hold the tube in a vertical position. Pour some water into the glass tube. You observe that the rubber balloon bulges outwards. Now, pour more water into the glass tube. The rubber balloon bulges more. So from this activity, we can say that liquids exert pressure on the wall of the container. And this sideways pressure exerted by a liquid on the walls of the container is called lateral pressure. In this activity, we have seen that the rubber balloon bulges more on adding more water. The reason behind the bulging of rubber balloon is that the height of the water increases on adding more water. Hence, the pressure increases. This shows that lateral pressure or sideways pressure increases with the height of the liquid. Okay. Now, in the third activity, we will discuss that liquids exert equal pressure at the same depth. Take an empty plastic bottle, make 4 holes all around near the bottom of the bottle. Apply adhesive tape over the row of holes. Fill the plastic bottle with water. Now, remove the tape. You observe that jets of water coming out of the holes fall at same distance from the bottle. So from this activity, we can conclude that liquids exert equal pressure at the same depth. Now in fourth activity, we will discuss that liquid pressure increases with depth. Now take an empty plastic bottle, make 3 holes of same size but at different heights. Okay. Apply adhesive tape over all holes. Now fill the bottle with water. Remove the adhesive tape. You observe that on removing the tape, the water from the uppermost hole A is found to travel the shortest distance from the base of the vessel. The water from the hole B goes a little farther away, whereas the water from the lowermost hole C travels the maximum distance. Now why this is happening? The depth of water near hole A is less. So the water comes out from hole A with less pressure and falls near the base of the bottle. The depth of water near hole B is greater than A. So the water comes out with a greater pressure from hole B and falls farther away from the base of the plastic bottle. And the depth of water near hole C is greatest. So the water comes out with the greatest pressure and goes farthest from the base of the bottle. Thus we can conclude that the pressure of liquid increases with depth. Now we have seen that liquid pressure depends on various factors that can also be studied by using a manometer. A manometer is a simple device used to measure the liquid pressure. It measures the difference in pressure exerted at the two ends of the apparatus. With both ends of the tube open, the liquid is at same height in each leg. When pressure is applied on one leg, the liquid pours down in that leg and up in the other. Pressure is calculated by difference in the reading of both the legs.